I've just finished potentially the last week of my 18-hole project because I finally did 18 holes for the first time. So let's see how I got on. I got a message yesterday from Carol, who is head of handicaps at Northern, and she let me know that today my handicap will be live and ready on the website. Apparently that round with Jason did count in the end. So let's have a look live. I'm going to log in to the Northern website. Here we go. Statistics for Libby. Handicap index is, drum roll please, 42.2. So yeah, 42.2. I'm really chuffed with that. So this week now, I've got my handicap. It's just about having some fun on the course. I'm going to go today and play this afternoon, try and just do the back 9 if I can. And then I'll try and go another time this week to do a full 18 and practice the whole thing. And then the competition. So yeah, I did it though. I got a handicap for the first time. So in the last What's in the Bag video, I talk about my driver being the Wilson D7 Ladyflex driver. On a good hit, I could hit it just over 200 yards. And in fact, I did that twice on course during handicap scoring rounds. But it is so inconsistent. And half the time I was sending it straight into the trees. The other half I was topping it. It was just all over the place. And then if I did actually hit it well, most of the shots were going incredibly high or they're ballooning. So they were going super high, then dropping like a stone, which was losing me loads of distance. It turns out when I did a little bit more research that it's all to do with the shaft. So it was a Ladyflex shaft. My ball speed is consistently around 110 to 118 miles per hour, which means it's worth changing to a regular shaft driver as soon as possible. So at the weekend, I went down to golf clubs for cash, traded in the old Wilson D7, and I had a look at some of the drivers that they've got there. So my main criteria for a driver was obviously it needs to have a regular shaft, then it needs to be super forgiving, and I had a budget of around £150. The first one I tried was the Callaway Epic Max, and I took that down to the range at Trafford and I hit about 40 balls with it, and all my shots were going left, and I mean big time left. I was tweaking around. I had one of those torque key wrenches and I was messing around. It was like fully adjustable. I was putting it in fade mode. It was already in draw. So I thought, oh, it's obviously too much draw. I changed everything, and everything I did actually made it go even more left. So I ended up going back to how it was at the start. But also it felt terrible and it sounded horrific as well. So I took it back and I tried the second choice driver, which was this one. It is a Callaway Rogue driver. It is actually a 9-degree driver, which is not ideal for my swing speed, but it is completely adjustable. So I've put it up +2 now, which means it's 11 degrees, which is absolutely bang on what I should be playing for my swing speed. So that's perfect. And I've also got it on a slight draw bias because I was finding that this one was going straight or right slightly. It actually was much better than the Wilson though. It was going about 30 yards further than my Wilson D7 at the tracer range. So I'm so excited to take this out on course. And look at that, isn't it just my colour as well? I'm back at Northern and I've done the front 9 quite a few times now. I'm due to do the competition this week and I've only done up to, I think it was hole 15 at the back 9. So I've booked just the back 9 today. Let's go! I realise I've not even taken like the price sticker off my new driver. lining up that second foot. It's on the dance floor. This is for par again. It will be 2 times in a row on the second one. Puts a lot longer this time. One. Straight in the bunker. That was a good strike though, wasn't it? Very lucky not to have gone in the bunker here. But I am in a shit lie. Downhill. See ya. Get it in, drop. So today is the day that I'm going to do 18 holes for the very first time. I'm going to go with Dave, Georgia and Niall. It should be maybe nice weather when we first start, but it's supposed to thunderstorm today. So it's going to be different playing conditions to what I'm used to. I think I'm going to go for 3 woods off the tee because I've still not got to grips with my driver yet. But yeah, first 18 holes ever. Wish me luck. So we're just at the course now, got here about an hour early to do a bit of a warm-up. I'm going to do some chipping, we've done some long shots and we'll go on the putter. Then I'll do my wood, finally, a few in there. Then we're good to go. First time, shouldn't be any different really to any of the other times I've played, but it does feel a bit different. Feel like I've got to be more prepared this time. Unfortunately, the GoPro completely had a meltdown today, so I had to just salvage the shots that I could, which wasn't too many, but still, I hope you enjoy. Definitely take that. Go. Only a 4. Lovely weather.
Might not be able to do 18 holes today after all. Look at the state of that. Nice, look at that. Get on. Oh, look. Oh yeah. This is the day of my first ever competition, ever. And because when we came on Thursday to do my first 18 holes and it rained, it's also going to be my first 18 holes because I haven't done 18 yet. So wish me luck.
So this competition is actually a friendly-ish competition, which is why I picked it as the first one to enter. It's a Stableford comp, which is a 4-ball better ball. So I'm playing with John here, and basically whoever's score is the best for that one, Stableford points, uses their score, and if the other person can't get better than that, then they usually just pick up. So you will find me picking up quite a few of my shots here and not finishing the holes, which is a bit annoying for my sort of stats and scorekeeping, but did keep the pace of play up and also eliminated the blow up holes for me, which was great. The sort of fun feature about this competition was that the first 6 holes everyone played off the red tees, and then for the middle 6 everyone was off the yellow, and then for the final 6, which included that mammoth par 5 13, we were playing off the whites. So I was really looking forward to that. I started off much better than I expected actually, and although I was actually pretty nervous in the morning, I managed to keep it together on the first tee. I did go slightly left and onto the other fairway, but it wasn't in the trees, it was straight, it was forward, and actually I finished the first few holes really well. I was very proud of myself. Unfortunately, the heavens did open at one point. It started absolutely pissing it down, and in fact it was hailstone at some point again, which was kind of like the Thursday, although it wasn't really an option to give up and go home halfway round. So I did just have to sort of persevere, and I was slightly more prepared today after the wet weather experience on Thursday.
Not gone far at all. Really shitty weather.
Unfortunately, my good run of the ball did come to an end on the 6th hole, which I might have been able to have predicted since this is generally my worst hole when I come by myself or with other people. I held it together long enough to at least finish the hole, and I didn't actually score the worst I'd ever scored on this hole, so it was still not too bad. The 10th had a longest drive competition on it, and I was a bit gutted actually because I thought, well, why don't I try my driver and see if I can pull it out the bag for this hole. But actually, if I'd just played a 165, 170 yard shot with my 3-wood, I actually would have won it. Oh well. Things continued to sort of go south for me in the middle of the round. I think maybe I didn't eat enough snacks or drink enough water or keep my energy levels up, as I did feel like I was flagging a little bit halfway around. But also, obviously, we were playing off different tees, so that made the holes a little bit longer as well, and from different positions that I'm not used to, that I've never played before. And also, finally, to consider that I've only done this back 9 once. So most of the holes I'm still not used to completely. Considering all of that, I am pretty proud of how I played. And despite all the shitty shots I played today, every now and again I pulled it out of the bag, like this worldie I played to land on the green with my 9-iron. What a great shot. Unfortunately though, my putting wasn't quite up to its usual level, and I ended up 3-putting quite a few times today, which is not like me. I think with all the heavy rains that we'd had, the greens were playing considerably different. At the end of the day, it's only my second time ever playing in the rain, and I noticed that the course, the whole course, not just the greens, played completely differently once it was wet, so it was just something else that I needed to master. These few shots here were probably the worst that I played all day. I think the pressure really got to me at this point, especially with this big ditch straight ahead, knowing that I didn't want to go in it, just added to it. And I think when you start playing a 1 or 2 like shit shots, it gets inside your head, or at least it does for me. It's quite hard to shake it out. But I did eventually manage to play a few good ones, which sort of reset me a little bit, which was good. Up to this point I'd stayed on plan and played my 3-wood off the tees, but the last few holes it had not been sort of working for me and I've been hitting the ground or topping it, so I thought, what did I have to lose playing the driver on this one? And actually it went quite well. I hit it about 170 yards off the white tees, and then I ended up getting a good score on this hole in the end, so I think it was worth getting it out the bag, at least for just 1 or 2 holes. Towards the end of the round I started getting really hungry, really cranky, really tired, and you can definitely tell because I started missing the ball a lot more, whiffing it, and my shots weren't going quite as far either. But I only had 2 holes left, I was nearly there. Right, well, I did it. I did my first 18 holes. It only took 4.5 hours, which actually I don't think is that bad, to be fair. But yeah, oh, it was challenging. Definitely didn't eat enough food, didn't bring enough snacks, busting for a wee. So yeah, but I actually did contribute a little bit, I think because I've got such a high handicap. A few of the holes I helped with some of the scoring, so that's great. Obviously, as you've just watched, there was quite a lot of bad shots, a lot of whiffs. I had a mid-round meltdown, as usual.
but I sort of picked it up. I started very well and it ended okay. So overall, really chuffed.
So there we go. I actually did it. I actually played 18 holes for the first time and entered a competition for the first time. And guess what? I didn't make a complete fool of myself, only a 50% fool. And if I look back at the whole reason why I started this project, it was to push myself towards playing 18 holes and on course, because really deep down I didn't feel good enough to be on course or good enough to play 18 holes. And I wanted to sort of prove to myself and to hopefully other people who feel the same way that even if you don't feel good enough, you probably are, and you're still capable of going on course and playing. I think for me, the thing that I've learned the most is that golf is more about mental resilience than it is about actual golf skills. So that's it. The challenge is technically over now that I've done 18 holes and I've entered my first ever competition. I've really enjoyed filming this whole journey, and not only have I learned a lot about golf, I think I said in some of the videos, watching my shots on film has been super helpful. But I've also learned a lot about how to film and edit and put together videos. And I've learned a lot from the golf community that I've been part of. Thanks so much to all your wonderful comments and support along the way. I don't think I could have done it without you. So as far as the 18-hole project goes, it's done. But that doesn't mean my golf journey is over, and I'm going to continue to film little parts of it wherever I can. Obviously we're coming into winter now as well, so I'll be playing golf a lot less. Did not enjoy playing in the rain this week. Probably go to posting monthly videos as well as a few shorts, so make sure you look out for those in future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!